Hey, how's it going guys? Spy here with another Scrap Mechanic post-apocalyptic map update. Now this episode, I got a few new things on the map to show you guys, including 2 new vehicles and 1 new area. Today's theme is Raiders, but I'm going to be looking for suggestions on how I can improve the next area's appearance. And if you guys have any ideas once we get there, please let me know. But anyways, let's get started. What we have here is my old buggy. This one I showcased in the last episode when we went to check out that vintage house. We're gonna hop in it, and we're gonna just drive over here down this little road here, and we'll come across our next vehicle that I built here. And as you guys can see, here's that vehicle. Now this one right here is pretty cool. This is one of my favorites so far. It's one of the Raiders vehicles. I'm not sure what it's called, but I called it the Meat Wagon. It looks pretty sweet. It has a bunch of spikes all over it in the front here, so if someone gets stuck in between, they get thrown in the spikes, which is kind of gory. Then it has bladed tires, some external fuel tanks there, and it also has this like dune buggy kind of look to it. But before we jump in the driver's seat, we're gonna just hop in this seat here. Now I used the driver's block right here so that we can get in right here, and so that we can control the turret here. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? And then if we press 1, it'll actually fire. Now it doesn't look like a real gun at all, but it's something at least. It's just for looks. So if you have 2 people on and you're kind of role playing, I guess you can get the other person to jump in here and shoot other players if you really wanted to, just for fun. So as you guys can see, this vehicle here was built from that vehicle's chassis. The engine in the back is pretty similar. As you guys can see, this is the original Doom Buggy's engine right there. And this is the Flesh Wagon's engine. Pretty cool. So we're going to hop in here, and we're going to take a look at the buttons. Now there's only 2. 1 does nothing at all, and 2 just turns the lights on and off at the front of the buggy. It looks pretty cool. Now we're going to take this thing for a test drive, and the first thing you guys are going to notice is the steering, how it works. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. It has dual axle turning, which is kind of strange, but I really like this design. It makes the vehicle drift quite a bit, which is one of the things I really love about this vehicle. So we're going to just turn around this corner. Sometimes it turns really nice, sometimes it doesn't. As you guys can see, it kind of just fishtails everywhere. It's pretty cool though. It climbs hills really well too. And we're just gonna drive down this road here, and we're gonna come across the vintage house that I built last episode. I haven't built anything else on here yet. I still gotta work on the yard and covering up the secret area on the bottom there, as you guys can see. But anyways, we're gonna head to the next area. And to do that, we gotta head all the way back down towards the factory. And here's the exit down towards the factory. That's the very first episode's build. If you guys haven't seen any of the episodes yet, go check them out. They're pretty awesome. I really like this this series theme. I really love post-apocalyptic stuff. Just gonna follow this road here. Now I actually haven't updated the factory yet either. I said that last episode as well. But the factory is going to take quite a bit of work to at least get it looking very nice with the mods. Because when I built it, I didn't have mods. But I think it will look pretty sweet with mods. Plus there was no logic gates, so I couldn't make the doors and the stuff properly. So we're just going to take the turn here. Oh, look at that drift. And I think it's the next road right here. Up this hill. And we'll be coming up to the Raiders camp. Or the Raiders base. Now I still need to work on this a little bit. I need to add some more buildings. I need to add some more decorations. But like I said, if you guys have any opinions on what I can add to it, please let me know. Alright, we're gonna drive up here. As you guys can see, we have like a little watch post there. Nothing too serious. I was gonna make a watchtower, but I might add that to the right side there where the fence is. And we're gonna park this car here, and we're gonna go check it out. Actually, let's park it in the garage. I built this garage here for this flesh wagon here. Fits perfectly. There we go. And all the buildings in this theme are kind of run down. Some of them are a little bit more preserved than others. But as you guys can see, this place here is a little choppy looking, a little gross. That's because it's the Raiders camp. They don't take care of their stuff that well. Alright, so over here we have the fence. Now, I tried making these wood spikes look as wood spiky as I could. I think I did a pretty good job. Someone broke in right here though. I don't know why they wouldn't just go over a little bit to the entrance. Who knows though? Maybe they were trying to sneak away from the watchtower. I don't know. No clue. But there we go. There's the fence. Looks pretty sweet. I need to kind of add that to the other side, but I don't think I would really need much fence over here. Maybe just along here. Right about here. Down here. That should be good. And we're going to go inside. We're going to check out the base here. So up here we have 2 wind turbines that are providing the raiders with some power, which some of the other buildings don't have. I don't know why I didn't give the other ones, especially the factory, like solar panels or something. But windmills seem like a good idea in the apocalypse, except debris getting inside the turbines and kind of breaking them. But usually in post-apocalyptic scenarios, there's a lot of wind, and wind brings follow as well. But who knows? We got a button here to turn it off. Pretty sweet. And a bunch of cables coming across here into like a little, I don't know what this is, maybe a transformer or something that goes to the rest of the base. Now, nothing else over here is really powered except maybe the prison cell here. We got some boxes and a spare motor. Looks pretty cool. And here's our little prison cell. We'll get back to that in a bit, but essentially what it is, it's a little prison cell that we open, and the raiders can put hostages in here. Now, I need to color some stuff in here because it doesn't really match the theme. This, I guess, could be like a weird toilet color. Like I guess a white. We can't make things look very run down because the paint tool only gives us so much options. I guess we can make it like, that looks gross. There we go. And then this could be like a weird, oh yeah, that's gross. Okay, I like that. Alright, so there we go, there's the prison cell. And the reason we're going to come back to that is because we built another vehicle here to fit that theme. But we're going to get back to that in a second. Right here, we have like a little shack with beds in it. Like little cardboard beds. Yep. Now, I was thinking about building a bigger barracks. Maybe like right here. I'm not quite sure. I think that would look pretty cool though. And maybe add like some type of storage facility up here, back here. I'm not sure yet. I'll try to make it look raider-like and the best I can. So anyways, I'm not sure what my next build on this map's going to be, but I was thinking maybe some extra rundown buildings, like maybe a mini mart or something over there, kind of closer to the factory and closer to the house. I'm trying to make it like a countryside apocalyptic world. Nothing where there's like big city areas and stuff like that. If you've played New Vegas, maybe something like that, except on the outskirts of New Vegas, where there's buildings just spread out and stuff like that. I kind of like that kind of theme. But anyways, we're gonna get to the next vehicle here. Now, I don't have a name for this one here, but if you guys have any suggestions for names, please let me know. It has to kind of fit the Raider theme. But anyways, it's essentially a giant truck with an attached prison cell on the back. It looks pretty cool. So we're gonna hop up here. We're gonna press the button to open the door. Now these doors are really thin. I use these modded surface panels to kind of make the doors. It looks pretty good except for the handle here. Now, I'm not sure what I could really do to kind of minimize that, but it looks alright. So in here we have the cab. As you guys can see, there is no steering wheel. There's no steering wheel because this is like a makeshift vehicle that the raiders kind of threw together. I guess maybe it was like a kind of like a mining truck, like a rock truck or something. And they just kind of built it up and stuff like that. It doesn't look very run down as the bars aren't rusted. But, oh well, maybe it's stainless steel. Maybe it's stainless steel bars. Who knows? Now I noticed I forgot some things on here, like these handrails. And I also forgot to add mirrors, so I'm going to do that really quick. There we go. And we're just gonna add some glass. Now we got this really nice paintable glass here, which I like. But I guess we could use this indestructible block for our piece right there for the mirror. We could just color it oh, never mind. That kind of that's really bright. That's really bright. Okay, cancel that. We're gonna use glass. Alright, here we go. Glass. And we're gonna paint that like a gray, like that. We're gonna add some surface panels to it to kind of hide the glass part. There we go. Maybe some up top like that. So there we go. The mirrors are done. I painted these handrails here a nice silver or chrome looking color. And they fit perfectly on the side here. They don't get in the way of the door. But anyways, we're gonna take a look at the inside now. Like I said, there's no steering wheel. We got foot pedals here. We have buttons. We got vents. And we also have the back window here to look in the back of the cage or the prison cell. And this is actually the button to control the prison cell. We're gonna hop out. We're gonna take a look at that. There we go. Pretty simple. Very secure. Except up here, this is like a kind of like a leathery type material up there. I'm sure if someone really wanted to, they could sneak out the top, but who knows, maybe they're like weakened survivors, I don't know. But we got like the leathery tarp thing hanging over the sides to make it look like it's supposed to be there. It looks like one of those Russian Urals kind of. That's kind of what I was kind of going for, but I'm not sure if it really looks like it. But anyways, up here we have like little storage rails where we can store boxes and such, supplies that we find. There's another one on the other side as well. We got like I don't know what that is, like a acetylene or a propane tank or maybe a fire extinguisher. And yeah, we got some red lights. This truck has a lot of red lights. And on the wheels, we have like these rusted metal pieces here, just to kind of fit the apocalyptic theme. Spikes in the front, little grill pieces. Looks really nice, actually. Alright, so we're gonna hop up to the top of the truck. And up here, you guys will see that there is a really big machine gun. Now, it doesn't work. I didn't do what I did with the flesh wagon there. But essentially, it's just a mounted gun where a co-driver or a gunner could sit and just shoot if he really wanted to protect the truck. Right here we have like a exhaust piece here. Maybe it's a external gas tank. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, let's take this thing for a ride. I've been talking for quite a while. We're gonna hop in the cab here, close the door. Make sure to close the prison door as well. There we go. We're gonna hop in. Now we got two buttons here. They open the doors. That's pretty much it. And there we go. We're gonna take this for a drive. Now I'm still tuning this thing because it is very finicky. It is very heavy too, even though I used the super light blocks. It works really well though. Now I was gonna make each of the suspensions single axled, but it was causing problems with the truck, so I just have it separated like that. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be like that though. It works very well. Kind of stabilizes the truck when going down hills or hitting bumps, but there's limits for it. So here we go. We're gonna take this back to the vintage house, kind of give you guys an idea of what the raiders will do. And just drive this into battle, usually with the flesh wagon in front to kind of scout the area, maybe protect the prison truck here. This thing works really well. I might need to turn down the engines though, but it works. It works pretty good. So here we are. This thing drifts pretty well as well. We're gonna take this up the hill here. Maybe the raiders will be like sitting here, bringing the truck up to the factory here. But I don't know if they would really attack this factory or not. In a sense, in theory, because if you guys remember, we're gonna go inside the factory again to remind you guys what is in there. All right, here we go. We're gonna head in. As you guys can see, this is the factory. If you guys haven't seen this one yet, go check out the first episode. It's in the playlist in the description. And up here we got a sniper tower to guard from raiders. Pretty simple. We have a sniper rifle, Pretty awesome. Some murder holes to look out in the base. So this kind of defends it against raiders. I'm kind of just doing an old review of this place. And here, this is the armory. Now, see what I mean? I don't know if the raiders would attack this place or not. Because we got a nuke launcher. Or just some type of launcher. We have another sniper rifle. Some other guns. We have this giant turret here. I don't know what it's for. We have another Gatling turret here for like a giant. I don't know. Don't ask me. And then up here we have some automatic turrets. Now these things turn on. There we go. And this would kind of defend the place automatically from raiders. I'm not sure if it would really have an effect on a truck like this, because I'm assuming this truck is armored. So I'm not sure if the turrets would really do much damage to it. Plus, if there's survivors in the back, I guess this turret would do more damage to the survivors than the survivors' intentions. Or the defenders' intentions. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the defense of this place here. And we're gonna head up to the vintage house, which is also very heavily inspired by Fallout. Now this thing doesn't go up hills as well as the Flesh Wagon, so you gotta kind of get some momentum. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I did not intend to do that. I guess we gotta flip ourselves over now. Gonna get us some speed, so we can get up the hill with some pretty good momentum, without falling off the side this time. That was pretty bad. I'm sure this truck would go around if it was attacking the vintage house. Anyways, this is a little too narrow for a truck like this. Look at that. That's pretty sweet though. Alright, and we'd come up to this road here. Go down it. Now this thing doesn't turn very well when it's going full speed. That's understandable. Usually you slow down for turns though. Alright. And then here we are. The vintage house. Now this house has no defense at all, other than maybe some small arms if there's people still living in it. Now the thing is though, if you guys haven't seen this house's episode, is that it has a secret bunker. Now that I think would be the ultimate place to hide if raiders were coming for you. Plus there is a cryogenic chamber down there. Now say these raiders pull up here like this. They jump out off the sides and stuff, wherever they're hanging off of. This opens up here, and they raid the house. But say the raiders come to this house here, the survivors could have this place barricaded off. Now, I think I'm going to do that in later episodes. I'm going to add, like, barricades here that they can just drop over to the side here to block the door, so that it doesn't open. Now, the raiders come to the door, they knock it down, or try to at least, they come through the windows. The survivors, they could go down here, or survivor, preferably survivor, because there's only one survivor in the hidden bunker. So we're gonna go down here, and they're gonna press this button here to open up the secret entrance. Now, it'll take a few seconds, so that's ultimately the downside of them trying to run. So they need like a spotter or something. Maybe the factory would communicate with them. So they'd come down here. They'd quickly close it. These stairs would recede like this, and ultimately it is pretty hidden once you're up there. So I don't think these raiders would see it unless they knew someone was in here. They'd probably search for them. We got a reactor in here, and in here we have a cryogenic chamber. Now, say you have to stay in here for some reason. You can stay in cryo sleep for a very long time, maybe decades. Or, I don't know. I don't know how many years this would be good for. But in Fallout sense, maybe a couple 100 years. Yeah, that's pretty standard. So that's pretty much how these guys would defend from raiders. Nothing too extreme. I don't think they'd really stand a chance against a ton of raiders. And we're going to go out to our truck. Now, say the raiders get someone. They could back up to the door here, and then they can throw them in here. Now, that's very crude. I apologize, guys, if you don't like these kind of thoughts, but I am a big fan of Fallout and Raider type factions. Now, they're very brutal and blunt, but, you know, their vehicles are sweet. Like, look at this thing. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty much it for the Raiders at the moment. I think I'm going to add some more things, like maybe a motorbike or something, maybe a trike. some type of trike with blades on the front. I'm not sure. I think I'll come up with some more designs as I go. If you guys have suggestions as well, please let me know. And yeah, I think I'm gonna add more themes as well. Maybe we can add like a few buildings here. Maybe like a gas station, like a little single pump gas station, because it's like very isolated countryside looking place here. Now I always miss this road. We're gonna head back to the bandit camp or the raider camp and drop this vehicle off. So if you guys wanted to download this map, you guys can go ahead and download it. Except you guys will need 3 of the mods. 4 if you want it to look like this. You will need the Grego's Mod, you will need the MJM's Mod, and you will need the Durf's Mod, as well as the Durf's Apocalyptic Mod if you want it to look like this. So we're gonna head back up here. Where am I going? This isn't even the right turn. I was distracted by talking. Alright, we'll go over here. This way. Alright, we're gonna head up here, and this will lead us back to our base. Now, I'm not sure what kind of buildings I could add up there. Maybe I could add like a little checkpoint down here. Maybe like a little checkpoint arm. I don't know what those are called. This could be like an abandoned military base or something. A research facility. Okay. And we'll just park this. Say we have some prisoners. We just back this up to the prison cell there. Now that doesn't really hold many. Maybe they use them as laborers or something. Recruit them into the raider group or whatever raiders would do without going too brutal or blunt. So we open the cage door here like this. And there we go. The prisoners are forced into this cell here. They have a nice bed, a dirty toilet, and a sink, and they're well fed. These raiders are nice because, yeah, I don't know what these raiders are like. You guys can make up the story yourself. They got some power at least. I could see someone, like a really good group, wanting to steal these from them though, but I'm not quite sure. I might build some more vehicles that fit the raiders theme, like I said, and some more buildings. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this episode. Like I said though in last episode, this is more of a personal project that I'll be doing every once in a while. It is not going to be a build that is going to be happening often. Only when I have extra time, because my main priority is Mini-City and my other series. But I really wanted to build these vehicles. I really like this one here. And yeah, I hope you guys like this episode as well. If you did, make sure to leave a like. And yeah, thank you guys for watching and subscribing. And remember, stay sweet. Bye.